friends, today we're going to work on a patriotic wreath. We'll start with some ficus, some ruscus. We might use this white-tipped eucalyptus. For our florals, we'll do some white hydrangeas, some blue wildflowers, of course some red, those red ranunculus, and we might use these blue camellias. So let's get started. So you'll notice in this video, the lighting kind of goes in and out. And I don't know why it's doing that, because I just used a ring light and it was just constant the whole time. So I'm not sure why when I recorded it, it just recorded it like this. So I do apologize for that, and hopefully it won't be too annoying for you to watch. But I started on a 14-inch grapevine, and I just started with the ficus, and I made my way around the whole entire thing. And now I'm adding in that ruscus, and I know this is going kind of fast, but I am using my hot glue to glue in all the stems. And I really like that ficus just as a primary greenery, and the ruscus for added texture, and just it was nice and airy and it provided nice coverage. So now I'm going in with that eucalyptus with the white tips, and I like using that because of just the different color that the white introduces. So here is just all the greenery. So if you like a nice just all greenery wreath, that would be some nice options for you to use those greens. And of course I'm going in now with the red ranunculus. I have 5 blooms, so I was just kind of thinking of how I was going to space these out. And I was also debating whether I was going to use a bow or not. But the way I spaced these out kind of lent itself to a bow right in the middle on the top. So I did eventually add a bow. If you've watched some of my tutorials before, you know that I like to sort of face the blooms different ways, just kind of following what flowers would do in nature. They wouldn't necessarily all be facing one way, so I try to face ones to the side, some up, some down. So if you see me kind of fussing with how I'm putting these in, that's sort of what I'm doing. So I'm just adding glue to the stems, and I'm just sticking the stems in along the grain of my grapevine. This grapevine is a 14-inch grapevine, and I did get it from Michael's. The ruscus and the eucalyptus also came from Michael's from their spring section. And the ficus I got from, I believe it came from Nick's seasonal decor. So I'm just going in and I'm adding a little bit of hot glue on the side here just to secure my stem in a little bit better. These ranunculus, I know they came from Joann's. I'm still working through my stash of Joann's florals, and I'm near the end. The hydrangeas and the blue wildflowers, those came from Michael's from their spring section. So there I've got 4 blooms in, and I'm going to add my last one. So these hydrangea, they're on the smaller side, and I'm just going in between the ranunculus. So they're just alternating red, white, red, white. For the bow, I'm using this navy blue with the white stars. That's a 2.5-inch ribbon, and I got it last year from Michael's. So I measured out probably about an 8-inch tail, and I twisted it in the center. And this loop, it's going to be about 5.5 inches. So I'm just measuring it there on my bow maker, and I pinch and twist. And since it's twisted, it's going to allow me to get back on the right side of the ribbon for the next loop. So I measure out 5.5 and pinch, and I'm not twisting because that's going to be my tail and it's already on the right side. And the next ribbon is this scalloped ribbon, scalloped edge ribbon, and I believe I got this from Craft Outlet. I can try to look for a link for you and link it in the description. So this one I'm making slightly smaller, about 5 inches for the loops. So I make the second loop there, pinch it, and get the second tail. So I'm going to secure the bow with a floral wire. The floral wires I get from Walmart. They come in a packet in like their wreath making section. So I just secure the middle and then twist the wires in the back. So I get my pliers and I'm just twisting these in the back just to secure it, make sure the bow doesn't fall apart. So there's the bow, just a simple 2-ribbon bow. So I showed you there the 2 wires in the back. I'm going to work those through the grapevine, and I'm going to twist them in the back, and that's how I secure the bow onto the wreath. And I'm just trimming these so they don't cover up too much of the florals. So these wildflowers, like I said, they were from Michael's. They had some leaves that were just kind of crumpled up, so I removed those. I didn't like them, so I removed those, and I'm putting in the blue florals, and they also had some beaded grass and some blue heather. That was what I really liked about that bush. It offered a lot of variety, a lot of different elements. So I thought it was a good buy because it did a lot of the work for you. It just gave you a lot of variety. So I'm just working my way through the wreath. And I will say I didn't capture it on camera because I went in later and I did add some faux bunny tails to the wreath. So you'll see it at the very end. So here it is. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something new, and I hope that you give this patriotic wreath a try. and let me know your thoughts. I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel and come back for more crafty ideas. Thanks for watching.